Hi everyone. Debugging Windows services written in Delphi can be quite a challenge. Services run in the background, often without a user interface, and in a different session than your desktop applications. This makes traditional F9 debugging difficult. But don't worry, in this video, I'll show you several effective ways to debug your Delphi services and get them working smoothly. We'll cover the most common and powerful techniques. First, let's understand why services are tricky. They don't have a direct visual component. They usually run under the local system account or a specific user account. This means they operate in a different security context. Also, they don't interact with the desktop directly, so simple show message calls won't work. The key is to adapt your debugging strategy. Here are the main methods we will explore. 1. Logging, your first line of defense. Before anything else, implement robust logging. This is crucial for services. You can log to a file, to the Windows event log, or even use output debug string, which can be viewed with tools like Debug View. Simple try, except blocks around critical code sections, logging errors, and relevant data, can save you hours. Always log when the service starts, stops, and when key events happen. This gives you a historical trace of what your service is doing, even when you can't attach a debugger. 2. Attaching to process, the interactive debugging workhorse. This is probably the most common way to interactively debug a running service. Step 2.1. Compile with debug info. Make sure your Delphi project is compiled with debug information enabled, project options-compiler-debugging. This embeds the necessary symbols for the debugger. Step 2.2. Install the service. Use install.exe or your service's own install command line switch to install it. Step 2.3. Start the service. Go to services.msc Windows Services Manager and start your service. Step 2.4. Open Delphi and attach. Open your Delphi IDE. Load your service's source code. Go to run-attach to process. Find your service's executable name in the list, e.g., myservice.exe. Select it and click Attach. Step 2.5. Set breakpoints and trigger. Now you can set breakpoints in your code just like a regular application. Trigger an action that your service responds to, e.g., a timer event, a file change, a client connection. The debugger should hit your breakpoint. You can then step through code, inspect variables, and evaluate expressions. Remember, the service needs to be running before you attach. If the service stops unexpectedly, you'll lose your debugger connection. 3. Running as a console application. For development/testing, this is a fantastic trick for rapid development and initial debugging. It allows you to run your service's core logic directly from the IDE, F9, as a standard console or GUI application. Step 3.1. Modify your .dpr file. Add conditional compilation or a command line parameter check. For example, in your program block, check if param_str1 equals debug then. Step 3.2. Implement the debug path. Inside this if block, instead of calling service controller run, you can create instances of your tService descendant classes directly. You might create a simple T application and a tform to host your service's data modules or components. This lets your service logic execute in the normal desktop environment. Step 3.3. Run from IDE. Now, when you run your project with F9 or run-run, you can pass the debug parameter in project options-run-parameters. Your service logic will run as a normal application, making debugging much easier. Step 3.4. Revert for production. Remember to remove this debug-specific code or ensure it's only active during development builds. This method is incredibly powerful for catching initial bugs before dealing with the service environment. Always ensure your service has the necessary permissions to access files, network resources, or the registry. Check the Windows event log, application and system logs for any startup errors or unhandled exceptions from your service. These logs are often the first place to find clues if your service fails to start. Debugging services can seem daunting, but with these techniques, you'll be able to diagnose and fix issues efficiently. Start with logging, then move to attaching, and use the console application trick for fast iteration. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope these tips help you debug your Delphi services with more confidence. If you found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your fellow developers, and don't forget to subscribe for more Delphi and Windows development content. See you in the next one.